Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a word you probably use every single day, taste. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, using the Simple English Wiktionary as our guide, we're about to see just how many surprising meanings are packed into this one little word.
So, first up, let's just talk about the word itself. Okay, so just for a second, think about it. When I say the word taste, what pops into your head? Is it, the flavor of your coffee this morning? Or maybe you're thinking about a friend who has, let's say, questionable taste in music. See, we use it in a bunch of different ways.
And that's because taste is so much more than just one of our five senses. We're going to see it's a concept, it's an idea, it's even an action, all crammed into this one simple five-letter word.
All right, let's break it down, starting with taste as a noun. This is where we look at taste as a thing or an idea, and you'll see pretty quickly how its meaning kind of splits right down the middle.
First up, you've got the most obvious one, the physical sense of taste, the one that happens on your tongue. Grammatically, this is what's called uncountable. It's kind of like water. You don't say you have two waters, right? You just have water. It's the same idea. You just have the sense of taste.
And this really nails it down. Think about it. Sweet, sour, salty, bitter. These are like the fundamental building blocks our brain uses to figure out flavor. It's just straight up biology.
But here's where it gets a little more interesting and complicated. Taste also means your personal style, right? The stuff you like. It's all about your judgment when it comes to things like clothes or art or music.
I love this example from the Wiktionary. It's pretty funny and it's perfect. It just shows you how taste in this sense is completely subjective. I mean, what one person considers amazing taste, someone else might think is just bizarre.
So let's just put these two side by side to really see the difference. On one side, you've got taste as a physical sense. It's what your tongue does. But on the other, you have taste as a personal preference, totally tied to your personality. Isn't that wild? How a language can take a physical feeling and just map it right onto a complex social idea like style. It's one word doing two totally different jobs.
Okay, so we've covered nouns. Now let's switch gears and look at taste as a verb. This is when taste becomes an action word. So first, there's what's called the intransitive use. Now that sounds like a fancy grammar term, but all it really means is that the food itself has a certain quality. You're not the one doing the action, you're just describing the food. Let me show you what I mean.
This milk tastes strange. See that? The milk has the taste. You're just the one noticing it. You aren't actively doing the tasting in this sentence.
And then you've got the flip side. This is the transitive verb. And in this case, you are the one doing the action. When you taste something, you're the one actively trying it out, usually to figure out what you think of it. This little sequence breaks it down perfectly. You've got an object, the soup, you've got a command, you taste the soup, and you've got a reason, does it need more salt? Here, you are definitely the one performing the action.
Okay, moving on. Taste doesn't just exist on its own. It's actually the root of a whole family of other words.
Yeah, from this one core idea of taste, you get all these other words. You can call an outfit tasteful, if it's really well put together, or tasteless if it's not. And that little thing on your tongue that actually does the tasting, that's your taste bud. See, they all come from the same place.
All right, let's bring it all together. As we wrap this up, it's worth thinking about what this one simple word actually teaches us about language as a whole. And this is really the main point, isn't it? A word like taste, one of the first words we learn, it's not just one single thing. It's this whole collection of meanings, all bundled together. Physical, abstract, active, passive. So yeah, these simple words are the building blocks of our language, but they are anything but simple when you really look at them. Diving into the dictionary like this really proves there's always something new to discover, even with the words we think we know inside and out. So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. What simple, everyday word are you going to look at a little differently now?